Alright, this video is going to show you how to use LeadPages and WebinarJam to get automatic webinar registration. This is what the workflow looks like. We're going to use Ontraport for signups. So first we're going to create a sequence inside Ontraport. Then we'll create a smart form. Then over to LeadPages we'll create a signup page. We are going to integrate with Ontraport using the HTML copy-paste option. Keep in mind, LeadPages, we are not going to have a thank you page inside LeadPages. However, we are going to create a LeadPages thank you page that'll be on your own server. We'll need to export full HTML sources, and then we will install that thank you page on your server. Then it's over to WebinarJam, where we'll create a webinar. We'll use the advanced custom registration hot link, and then we'll add that hot link to your thank you page. So let's get started with Ontraport. So here we are inside Ontraport. First thing I'm going to do is actually create a sequence. And once you know it, I've already got one created. There's nothing fancy about it. You just need to create a sequence. The next thing to do is create a smart form. So I'm going to create a new smart form, and I'm going to collect the basic information. First name, last name, email. I don't think I really care what it looks like because we're actually not going to see it. Now here's where we need the opt-in settings. Okay, for the opt-in settings, just going to use single custom URL. This is important. And this will be where your thank you page is. And it's going to be called, in this case, test.php for me. It's going to be a standalone web page. It has to be a PHP page for this to work properly. So sequences, when people use this smart form, we want to add them to the one we just created. And further down the page, we want to use the advanced pass CGI variables to landing thank you page. And we'll want to save that. And I'm going to go ahead and click on Publish Form. We want to use the HTML version. And I'm going to need that shortly. But let's go into LeadPages now. Okay, we're inside LeadPages, and you want to create an opt-in page. I'm going to go ahead and edit it. And what I'm looking for is the opt-in form integration. I've got 3 fields I'm collecting: first name, last name, and email. For WebinarJam, you think you need both. You need email and probably first name. So these are the fields I'm going to collect. Under integration settings, I'm going to use Office Autopilot, not the API, but the HTML copy paste. I'm going to go back and get that form, the HTML version from Ontraport, select it all, copy it, come into here, paste it into the HTML code section, click on OK. Yes, I want to save that. And importantly, you do not want to have a thank you page inside LeadPages. However, we will create a thank you page and use it on our own web server. Okay, so that is set up. Let's go ahead and save that. I'm not going to publish it at this time. And I want to have a thank you page. I've got one created here, so let's edit it. This is what it looks like. And I want to publish your own server, export full HTML sources, check this box, download. I'm going to open with Firefox. I want to view the page source. I'm going to copy all this, highlight everything, and copy. All right, I don't need this anymore. Now, I'm going to go to my web server. I've got a file called test.php. At the very top, the first 5 lines need to look like this. I need to then put a return, paste in everything that LeadPages provided, and save that. So I've saved the thank you page from LeadPages on my own server. Next up is to go to WebinarJam. And let's create a new webinar. I'm going to call it Dave Test. Dave Test. Let's schedule it for a later date. Let's go May 1st. Sure, why not? Let's do 1745, select time zone. And I'm going to go ahead and make myself the admin here. And publish webinar. Okay, now I need to get a link, a hot link for this webinar. I want to use the advanced custom registration. I'm going to copy that. Now I need to paste that into my thank you page. Right near the bottom would be a good place. So I'm going to put a return here. Paste that in. Now that's not quite everything. It needs to be a iframe. So what I'm going to do is turn this into an iframe, and I'm going to get rid of some stuff. I need to keep that schedule one. I don't need phone number. I don't need country. Now here's where the magic comes in. For the first name, I need to replace what they've got as your name with PHP echo $first name, and I need to do something similar for email where it says youremail.com, and I'm going to replace this with $email. Now let's take a look and see how it works. So into LeadPages, I want to go find my sign-up page. Let's go ahead and view that page. I'm going to sign up. I've already got these pre-populated, get instant access. Okay, now I want to go to WebinarJam, and let's look at the analytics. And I've got 1 registration. So that's how I integrate LeadPages for automatic WebinarJam sign up.